Hey everybody. So, have I got something cool to show you guys? Today was an awesome day to go to the mailbox for a change because I got a box full of goodies from Wyrd Games. So, if you like your Malifaux and you've followed along with their recent Kickstarter for the other side, we have gotten ourselves a little box full of production models for the game because they have been very excited to show off the quality that we can expect from these minis. Now, for anybody that has followed along with the project, we know that these were going to be something totally different than what they've done with their Malifaux models prior to this, because these were going to be pre-assembled. So we all had the same question, which was, okay, we love our Malifaux models, but are they going to be able to deliver the same quality that we've come to know and love and appreciate from those models? And the answer is yes. So I have representatives here from two of the different allegiances from the game. So the first one I'm going to show you is one of the infiltrators from the King's Empire. If you follow along with Malifaux and you're familiar with the game, you'll know that these guys hail from the guild, hence our cowboy-looking character here. And for a one piece, I think they did a really, really awesome job with these. Now, right out of the box, we did notice that these are a hybrid PVC. And yes, we all had the same kind of concerns, which were these going to be able to hold their form nicely when you take them out of the box? And there was not a thing on these that we had to tinker with. So that was a really, really good sign. They've caught, all the detail that we've come to know and love from the models. So that's pretty exciting as far as I'm concerned. So that was the only one that we had from that faction, and the rest of them I have here are from the Gibbering Hordes. Yes, Warren, the Gibbering Hordes, which are the ones that he was super excited about. The first ones that I have to show off for you are the Urazi. I've got 3 different models from the group of them, and I believe there might be as many as 5 different poses, but what I think they've done that is really clever here is that they have got different poses for each of them so that we know we're looking at the same kind of critter, but they do all look like unique characters because they've posed them so nicely. And just look at the detail that they were able to keep in these guys. The wings, the little spiny bits on their heads, their bug eyes. The bug eyes crack me up every time I look at them. They kind of remind me of a gremlin with wings, maybe, if that makes sense. What I really wanted to make sure we showed you guys was, and I don't know if you can see it on here, was the detail on their claws all the way out to the points and on the tips of the wings, because I think about the struggles that I went through with my Malifaux models, the mannequins for my collect crew in particular, and the fact that I had to use tweezers and hold the miniatures super carefully and fight, and there might or may not have been some colorful language used when putting them together. So the fact that these have all of those details with them right out of the box and ready to go, I'm in. I was pretty excited. There was something super exciting about opening up the box, taking them out of the bags, and knowing you could just park them right on the table and be ready to play the game. I am more than ready to play this game. I'm really looking forward to having a more in-depth look through the rules and trying out some of the gameplay. So look at all the different character that they've chocked full in these guys, posed differently. Tell me that these don't look like little gremlins with wings. Maybe that's a movie that somebody should explore. Like, the gremlins aren't silly enough as it is. But everything's better with wings. At least that's my opinion. I'm a sucker for any of the critters with wings. So to that point, Gibbering Hordes was not initially my faction of choice. I'm still not 100% sure that they've won me over completely. But after seeing these little guys with the wings, they have my attention. So the next fellow we have here for you to have a look at is the Striped Skulker. And this is something that I thought they did really well. So when you look at him, you see he is kind of more your classic character on all fours, like a creature would be. But they've captured such nice movement in the sculpt, with his tongue swirling out of his mouth and the tail wrapping around his body. It doesn't look like a stagnant pose at all. And somebody that can paint really well, I think, can really bring this guy to life. Look at all the little spiny barbs on him, you know, on his head. And it's very impressive to me that they're able to retain that level of detail on a ready to go out of the box. And last but not least, the largest model that they've given us. And one of the things I really appreciate with this group that they sent us is they really sent a nice representation of the different sizes that you can come to expect. And this is the Frenzy. And he is wicked looking. Look at the details on him. All the spiny bits on his tail, all the way down, his arms out to the side. You know, I was very intrigued with the impressive pose that they have for him here. It's an interesting choice. He's truly looks like he is springing into action here. And you can just imagine that he is either coming up out of the water and pouncing on something, you know, or maybe he's charging in, you know, from land, you know, out of the dark somewhere. You didn't see him coming. But very interesting choice for a pose. And, you know, I'll be interested to hear what you think in terms of how he looks, because he's very lizardy, kind of dinosaur-y almost, but I think his head looks a little sharky to me. And like those are gills on the side of him. I don't know. He is quite the interesting guy. Anybody, like I said, that can paint really well is going to do an amazing job on this character. I myself am not one of those exceptional painters, but I can appreciate those that are. So, all in all, what do we think of these models right out of the box? I'm very excited. I think they have done a really good job of bringing these characters to life. The fact that you are ready to go out of the box, and you know, when we get our Kickstarters, that you're going to be able to open it up and literally sit down and have a game, I think is very exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what the other factions look like, because you know, we didn't get to see the Abyssinia here or the Cult of the Burning Man. So very interested to see what those are going to look like in the end game. So tell me what you think about these models. Does this satisfy your concerns? Are there specific things you have questions about or you want to see more of? And let me know in your comments below. Have a read through the articles and let me know what allegiance you've gotten into in the other side.